every legend's strengths and counters within the Apex games. In this video, I'm going to be talking about tactical, ultimate, and passive legends, whether they are strong against certain other legends within the Apex game, breaking it down per legend. There's also time markers within the caption, so if you want to see a specific legend's strengths or counters, you can go right to it right away. First off, we have Ashe. We're going to do it alphabetically. So Ashe's tactical ability, her tether, is really strong against overly aggressive attack or assault legends, such as Maggie, Valk, Octane, because their speed is their strength, and their ability to fly with Valkyrie is also their strength. Being able to hinder that with the tether gives her the ultimate strength. Ashe's counter is Newcastle. Newcastle with the mobile shield can block the tether and also can mimic the distance of Ashe's ultimate with Newcastle's ultimate, getting there and having a shield. So if the Ashe or any teammates are weak, he can basically follow where that Ashe is going. Bangalore's strengths are against legends that need a clear line of sight, especially Rampart, and the reason why is because her walls give her extra damage and cover, so she needs a clear line of sight to be effective, while the smokes can have its most impact. You may have guessed it, but Bangalore's counter or weaknesses are against recon characters. Bloodhound, you can scan through the smokes. Seer has the heartbeat and can scan through the smokes as well. Crypto might be a little bit more difficult, but if a Bangalore is trying to run a digi threat smoke combo, Crypto doesn't come up on digi threats. These aspects makes Bangalore incredibly counter heavy compared to her strength. Bloodhound's strengths are against Bangalore, Caustic, Rampart, and Wattson. The reason why I said Bane, easy with the smokes, the three other legends are trap or defensive legends. Identifying where those traps are and where those traps are, you can destroy them and easily third party or just make sure you don't get ratted on by a team waiting for you. Bloodhound is tough. I would say a counter for Bloodhound would be Mirage, because Mirage's decoys pop up on the scan as well. So from the scan basis alone, it makes it difficult to find which one is the real Mirage. Other than that, you can make a case for other legends, like maybe a Revenant, but with the cooldown of per scans, unless he's in his ultimate, the 15 seconds doesn't have as much of an impact as it could. Watch the rest of this clip as I embarrass a Valkyrie with no ammo. Caustic. Now, Caustic's strengths are the ability to slow down the game altogether. So that means his strengths are against overly aggressive legends such as Octane, Maggie. The biggest counter to Caustic is simply another Caustic, because they won't take damage, they won't have the slow effect that gas canisters have. So really, the number one counter to Caustic is Caustic. But there are other legends such as Valkyrie that can fly over the traps that are in place, along with Crypto being able to ult and get rid of the gas canisters. You may be surprised by Crypto's strengths and weaknesses. A lot of people don't know this. Crypto is strong against Wattson, Gibby, and Bangalore. Now, the reason why it's Wattson and Gibby is because of the ultimate from the drone can take down all defenses in that area from Wattson, along with canceling the tactical ability of Gibraltar. You may have seen that's why a lot of teams ran Crypto in ALGS, because they wanted to cancel either the Wattson fences or the Gibraltar, which was the second highest pick rate. Now, Crypto's direct counters are anyone with good aim, in the sense that if his drone gets shot down, that's almost all of his abilities right there. But also there are legends like Revenant who could silence the ability to use the drone, and then Seer as well. These strengths are against large defensive characters like Caustic and Newcastle. The reason why I said those two specifically is the fact that they don't have 360 coverage like other legends do. For example, his counters are Gibraltar with his tactical dome being able to protect everywhere around him, Wattson with her ultimate being able to snatch up any grenade that's being launched or knuckle cluster, and any mobile legend can really get away from his tactical and from his ultimate because of the slow initiation time for when it's being shot to when it's actually exploding. I don't want to say Fuse needs a buff because of the fact that I don't really like playing against Fuses, but his ultimate is kind of a throw. What do you guys think? Gibraltar's strengths are against almost every legend in the game because he can block so many different tactical and ultimate abilities just by his tactical ability. Really, Gibraltar's only counters or weaknesses, people who could stop his tactical ability, his Dome of Protection. That Dome of Protection can either be gone with a Crypto ultimate, or it can stop a res because there's a speed boost with the Gibraltar res inside the Dome of Protection. You can cancel that with the Seer tactical. Then there's also Mad Maggie. With Season 14, they made her incredibly strong against Gibby, not only with her original riot drill being able to attach to the drill, doing damage to anyone inside, but now her ultimate can knock down and get rid of the Dome of Protection or Gibby's tactical ability, making Mad Maggie the ultimate counter to Gibby. And there's also Horizon's ultimate that can pull anyone that's inside of the dome to wherever the ultimate. All these abilities can mess up the timing and mess up the protection. Horizon's strengths are against Gibby, Newcastle, Rampart, Caustic, basically large defensive legends, especially ones that have cover, because she has her gravitational lift to get above those legends who don't have 360 cover like Rampart, Newcastle, and Caustic. But she's also very strong against Gibby because she can ult the side of the dome, Gibby's tactical ability, and then pair it with arc stars, grenades. Now Horizon's counters are Revenant, Wattson, and Seer. Basically canceling her abilities, especially when she's weak, is huge for making sure that she's stranded and you can fully get the knock with Seer and with Revenant. Wattson's interception pylon, her ultimate, can intercept the ultimate so it has no impact on the Wattson team. Lifeline doesn't have a clear strength over any legend within the Apex games. However, she has a multitude of counters, from a fuse, from a Valk. A Valk and a fuse can lay grenades knowing where the knocked enemy is to get that thirst or the stun on the lifeline along with the individual being rezzed. A lot of people say that they want the res shield back. I think with Newcastle they won't do it, but I think Lifeline still needs a little bit more to her kit. Loba. Now Loba actually counters Octane. And you may be thinking, how does she counter Octane? Simple. Octanes are normally loot stealers. If you have her ultimate, you can steal the loot faster than the Octane can get there. In all seriousness though, she might not have a real counter to any other legend in the game, but she does have some counters to herself. She has two legends that counter her pretty significantly. I know these legends can counter everybody, but it's very specific for Loba as well. Revenant, so that trailer didn't really mean much. She still has a counter to him. And also Seer. Being able to delay or cancel her ability to use her bracelet, which is truly a means of getting away from a sticky situation, leaves her stuck there, usually in the open. Crypto's ultimate also destroys the black market from Loba, so that's like kind of a counter, but I don't think it's that much of a counter because of how quick her ult comes back. Mad Maggie's strengths are against cover legends, mostly defensive legends such as Rampart, Newcastle, Gibraltar, and Caustic. Now the reason why I didn't say Wattson is very interesting. It's both a counter and a strength at the same time for Mad Maggie, because Wattson's ultimate can intercept both the riot drill and the wrecking ball, both the tactical and ultimate for Mad Maggie. Wattson's ultimate will only intercept those things if it has clear line of sight. So if you put Wattson's ult near a door or a wall and you put the riot drill through that wall, it can do damage on the ultimate and destroy it without it being intercepted. Mad Maggie's counters are legends that can specifically slow agents down, such as Ashe with her tether and Fuse with his grenades blocking off an area. Those Dane X's will always slow you down. Mirage's strengths are against most legends in the sense that he wants to give a little bit of a confusion time, second guessing, and then being able to make the full attack. I would say the true strength though would be against Bloodhound. The reason why is because the scans always show the multiple decoys, whether it's Mirage's tactical or Mirage's ultimate. The scans will pick up all of the clones, making it difficult for Bloodhounds to figure out which one is the real one. Mirage's weaknesses are Crypto and Seer, and the reason why is because Crypto's ultimate will destroy any decoys that are out there. Seer's passive ability picks up the heartbeat of the real Mirage. Now it might be difficult in close quarters, but since it goes 75 meters, it's easier to figure out which Mirage is the true Mirage. Also, Seer's tactical can cancel the passive ability of Mirage, the invisibility res. I think they should change that because Mirage needs a little bit of something, especially in the sense that Seer is so overplayed right now. Newcastle's whole kit is designed for shielding in front of him, his res, his tactical, and his ultimate. Blocking that clear line of sight is a pretty strong tactical advantage. Newcastle's strong against Ashe because Ashe's tether can be blocked by the mobile shield, and then once it expires, the mobile shield can keep on pressing on. If Ashe gets weak, tries to ultimate away, the Newcastle's ultimate goes about the same distance, and then when he lands, he has full cover no matter where he is. Newcastle's counters are against fast-paced legends that can get around the front-facing shield. These legends include Valkyrie, Horizon, Pathfinder, Maggie, and Octane. Fuse is also strong against Newcastle, being able to put grenades and knuckle clusters on the sides wherever the ultimate or Newcastle shield is. Octane. Octane doesn't have a direct strength over any legend within the Apex games. Now, his strengths as a character are his speed and his small hitbox. So larger hitbox, slower legends have a hard time dealing with Octane, such as Newcastle and Gibby being able to get around the cover or pop in and out of the cover with the increased speed can be a nuisance and give an Octane the advantage, but still not a direct counter. However, there are legends in the game that do counter him because of the fact that they're designed to slow down areas, such as Caustic, Ashe, and Fuse. Pathfinder. I hate to say this in back-to-back videos, but Pathfinder doesn't have a direct strength over other legends within the games. He does have a strength in his mobility and his tactical grapple to get the height or to reposition with the rest of your team. That being said though, you could say he has some advantages over more mobile legends and being able to catch up, but he doesn't have a direct strength. I hate to say it though, but Pathfinder has direct counters, people that can stop his mobility or the use of his tactical abilities, such as Revenant and Seer. And then there's also Ashe. If you can tether a Pathfinder and he tries to grapple away, it is not going to work out. Rampart. Rampart's amplified shield, along with her ultimate, tears through large surface areas with HP. Thinking that Newcastle's tactical, wall, and his self-revive all have a HP limit is an advantage over Newcastle. Other than that, Rampart doesn't have a clear strength over other legends in the game. She has an advantage over larger legends with little to no mobility. Now, Rampart's counters or weaknesses are Bangalore, with her smoke blocking her clear line of sight behind her amplified walls. She also has problems with mobile legends that can get around her one wall of Rampart shields. Also, Caustic is able to throw traps and his ultimate behind the shields, depending on where the shields are put. Revenant. I know you've been waiting on this video, and here it is. Revenant is really strong against every legend in the game. Revenant's kind of like KO in Valorant. He's able to silence the tactical ability and the ultimate of any player that runs into his silence. Now, that effect lasts for 15 seconds, and in Apex, that's a very long time. And in life in general. But 15 seconds in Apex Legends could be a 3v3 fight starting and finishing in that amount of time. So not having your abilities for 15 seconds can be detrimental to your team. Revenant is incredibly strong against these specific legends: Crypto, Pathfinder, Loba, Seer, Horizon, Vantage, and Wraith. These legends rely on their abilities for movement or for team-based information. Revenant doesn't have a direct counter in this game. I guess you could say another Revenant, because if you can't silence someone for 15 seconds because you're silenced, I guess that's a counter. If you guys can think of another counter, let me know in the comments. Seer. Seer can counter every legend in the game with his tactical ability, being able to spot them, how much health and shield they have, also silencing their abilities for a few seconds. His passive ability picks up anyone. You can make it now that Mirage might be a little bit stronger since the Season 14 update. The only true counter to Seer is Revenant and maybe another Seer. The reason why for Revenant, not only does it silence tactical abilities and ultimate, it also affects his passive ability. I had to refilm this because I tested it myself and I was shocked that it did that. You can make a case that Maggie is strong against Seer because her riot drill will be able to destroy his ultimate. Typical Seer mains will put the ultimate outside of a wall or a rock, and Maggie's riot drill will be able to shoot through that wall and destroy it. Valkyrie is strong against Caustic, Lifeline, Fuse, and Newcastle. With her mobility and being able to get out of harm's way with Caustic and Fuse, and also being to cause damage to Lifeline reses and Newcastle is trying to hide behind their frontal cover. Even with the season 14 nerf, she's still an elusive legend and can get herself out of a lot of sticky situations. However, there are some situations that she can hardly get out of. A good Ashe tether will leave her stuck for a few seconds. A Horizon ult will slow down her mobility to fly away or get out of the effective black hole range. And also a Silence by Seer not only affects her tactical, her ultimate, it also affects her passive flying ability. I'm not confident in this, but I'm pretty sure a Seer tactical hitting Valkyrie while she's ulting cancels the ult. Vantage. Although Vantage is new to season 14, she does have some clear counters within the Apex games. I don't know of a true strength yet, so let me know in the comments. I think with her long range ability, she might have some strengths over less mobile characters while they're in the open, but I don't think her kit is crazy strong against any particular legend. However, there are legends that counter her. The true counters to Vantage are legends that can take her mobility and her utility away. So I hate to say it because you can almost say it for every legend, but Seer and Revenant. Her tactical, although it has a slow charge and initiation time, is very strong in getting to different height levels or just getting movement in general. Being able to cancel that kind of leaves her in the dust. I think a mobile legend that could keep up with her pace, like a Pathfinder, could also be strong against her, or a Valkyrie being able to fly up or grapple up to wherever the Vantage tries to run from. Wattson's strengths are being able to set up an area and block it off with her fences and use her ultimate ability to cut off any projectiles, tacticals, ultimates, or throwables. Because of her ultimate, Wattson's strengths are against Fuse, Bangalore, Gibraltar, and other legends that have a projectile, tactical, and ultimate ability. However, Wattson's ultimate only goes for projectiles that can be seen. People have said that Octane's stim can negate the effect of a Wattson fence. Being able to negate that and force the team on a fast pace usually is strong against different Wattson legends. Crypto's ultimate is also able to mitigate any fences that come up. Mirage is also strong against Wattson because he can throw a decoy through a fence and that fence will mark where the Wattson is at the current time. Wattson's strengths are her ability to set up. So if she's already set up, the Revenant Silence and the Seer Q aren't going to have nearly as much of an impact. Wraith is strong against most trap legends, and we can think of trap legends such as Caustic, Wattson, Horizon, and an Ashe. The reason why is all because of her tactical ability. If she sees herself being trapped any of these abilities, she's able to Q away, take any of the effect that she had, whether that's a slow or a stick or anything that keeps her locked down, that's going to affect her overall performance. Wraith being able to use her tactical ability can either get away from the fight and reposition with the rest of her team. Wraith's role is a strong initiator, the first one into a fight because of how strong her tactical is. I know it has a slow initiation time, but it's still a very strong tactical nonetheless. Now, we all know the two legends that can cancel abilities. That would be Revenant specifically, and then Seer as well. Thank you for watching the video. If you guys have other ideas of series you'd like me to do or other videos, drop it in the comments. I'd be happy to do it.